If you come after the king, you bet not miss. You hear me? You bet not miss. You hear me? You bet not miss. Let's go, baby.
Hey, yo, y'all already know what it is. It's the newest best sports podcast show in the world.
Man, you already know what it is. It's the Not for Losers Sports Podcast, unfiltered, unscripted, real takes, high stakes, and I am one half of the dynamic dude. They call me the Fresher, and this is the co-host,
Sunny Boulevard, man. Shout out to Not for Losers Sports Podcast.
Yo, as y'all know, every episode is sponsored by the luxurious streetwear brand Numi Vested / Coins Apparel. Look, smell, feel like money. www.coinsapparel.store or www.numivestes.com. All right, chat.
Here we are.
You already know what time it is. Tomorrow night, it is opening kickoff for the NFL.
Shout out 2025-2026 NFL season. We expect great, exciting football. There will not be a no football Sunday until next year. You know what I mean?
We ready. Are y'all ready? That's the bottom line. The pressure is ready. I'm counting my money.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah,
he can't help himself.
Yeah,
he can't help it. That's one thing, Chad. I can't go crazy with the gambling, but he couldn't wait. And that's just the beginning.
Yeah,
y'all lucky if you don't got 3 more somewhere in the cut he ain't showing me.
Yeah, nah.
That's light.
Let's turn up.
You know what I mean? So to get things started, man, Dallas, Philadelphia, in Philadelphia to kick it off, man.
You asking me my opinion?
I ain't even saying opinion. This is where we starting at.
Nah. It's a division rival, divisional matchup, but I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge, man.
It's a lot to get into as far as, man, it's a lot to get into. So, excuse me. Right off the top, Micah Parsons is no longer in Dallas. We do understand that he was traded to Green Bay.
Correct.
Reset the market, crazy guaranteed money to go be an edge rusher over in Green Bay. They did have to give up 2 first-round picks in Kenny Clark. So that would be a first-round pick in 2026, a first-round pick in 2027, and they did have to give up defensive tackle Kenny Clark. So Jerry Jones, all offseason, going back and forth with Micah Parsons. Was it Jerry Jones, the GM, going back and forth with him as a player, or was it Jerry, the businessman, and any person got to take that L? So it was tough. What you think?
I believe Jerry Jones let his ego get in the way, and I believe it's time for Jerry Jones to step down as the general manager. He's a great businessman as far as running the team as an owner, but as a general manager, it's time for him to kick the road. But I would like to say this. Now I say this about Micah Parsons. He is a transcendent talent. He has special qualities and abilities.
12-sack guy.
Yeah, but when you factor in everything, I don't think that this was actually a bad trade based on Micah Parsons' character, his commitment, and other factors.
So right off the top, we did speak off camera, and one of your biggest points was that he don't play at 100% all the time, every time.
Yeah, I believe he take plays off. He takes games off. That's just I'll put it like this. To perform in the regular season, that's cool. But when we need to count on you the most, can you produce? In every wild card game that the Dallas Cowboys played in,
he's invisible.
He's invisible. That's my point. So that's why I don't think this is a bad trade, really, if you dig and scratch beneath the surface. But if you want to base it on name, it's a bad trade. You see what I'm saying?
So right off the top, I don't think Jerry Jones took as much heat as everybody expected him to take when it first hit.
Yeah.
1 or 2 days in, it was a big talk thing. Now it's just kind of like it happened. Unfortunately for Micah Parsons, the Dallas Cowboys did not win a whole bunch of big games because of his 12-sack production. So, Jerry Jones said, clear as day, we're trying to win in a league that he believes that you have to be able to stop the run. What do you think in a sense of a edge rusher is something that you're using to get to the quarterback, correct? Yeah. Not so much stop the run.
No.
How do you feel about Jerry's comment that they need to stop the run to win when we all know this is a quarterback league and you should be trying to get to the quarterback?
I believe this is why Jerry Jones needs to step down as general manager. He don't have a clue about what he's talking about. Maybe he may feel like way because Saquon Barkley is in it. You see what I'm saying? So, we got to stop the run. But this is a quarterback league. You have to get.
There's still a Jaden Daniels in that same division.
Yeah,
so
you got to get to the quarterback.
If you ask yourself right now, just off divisional play, Russell Wilson, possibly Jackson Dart, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, these are quarterbacks that you got to get on the ground or they can wreck the game. So Saquon Barkley, arguably might be the only running back in that division that you're like, I got to stop the run.
Scary.
You know what I mean? So I agree with you, man. Jerry got to watch out sometimes. This is one of those moments where when Micah Parsons goes to Green Bay and completely changes everything, the odds, the ups, he's going to look crazy. He already looked crazy. He done made stupid decision after stupid decision, and the Cowboys haven't been shit for 30 years.
Absolutely not.
If that happens again, somebody got to get in there and just kick him out the way.
I believe it's going to happen this year, though.
You know what I mean? So
they tank it. You got to be tanking.
Go owner, but the GM, Jerry, horrible decisions being made. So does he look horrible for this specific decision as far as the move? I don't think so.
Okay, but look, though. Okay, let me say this, though, chat, Sonny. If you factor in that he had to pay Dak, and he's going to have to pay Dak again, I believe Dak is up for another contract next coming season. So you just paid your receiver. He offered Micah $40,000 a year, $40 million a year. I'm sorry. He felt like Micah took the deal, but then backed out on the deal. So,
and the means was that Micah didn't say no. Micah just wanted his representation to be a part of it.
All right, but look how much more he got with his representation, though. He reset the market at that position. So Jerry feel like, I don't want to pay you that much if you're not going to get me to the Super Bowl.
And you cannot argue with that.
That's my point. Yeah, I you can't argue with
There's
that.
no argument with that.
I give you 40. I give you somewhere in the range where TJ Watt, I'm not about to give you more than them.
Okay, so in the sense of that, what do you feel about, how the trade went down? You got the Packers with 2 first-round picks, but we all know those won't be high first-round picks. So you figure glorify second-round picks that'll be picked in the first round. So you got rid of Micah Parsons for what potentially could be 2 second-round picks. How you feel about that? I would see the trade to go for a team like Carolina. Hypothetically speaking, that pick would be high. You can guarantee some production at an elite level. Right now, you cannot guarantee elite production of a Micah Parsons in replacement at a late first or second round pick right now, especially not in the up and coming draft. I don't see it. So that was tough as far as what you get back. Kenny Clark is important, though. How you feel about Green Bay getting rid of their defensive tackle for an edge rusher over there? Do you believe that Micah Parsons puts them in the Super Bowl conversation?
Yes, because I believe Green Bay was 1 piece away, and Dallas was not 1 piece away. So now you asking me to pay my quarterback, my receiver, my edge rusher, and I'm still need more pieces in order to get to the top. Green Bay is 1 piece away. You see what I'm trying to say? So,
very young, had a lot of money to give them. They're very young.
Yeah.
So you're right. They were able to move on from Jair Alexander.
Yeah, so I feel like Micah Parsons is a perfect fit for Green Bay. And in Dallas, he would have been a perfect fit but not at that price tag. You see what I'm saying? That price tag is too hefty.
Understandable. I get it. I get it 100%.
So I'm not Jerry Jones is a magnificent businessman. So maybe if you dig deep into the business of the move, it might be the right move.
That's what I mean by he doesn't look bad for the move.
Yeah.
The player, the skeptics around how good Micah is where all of the extras come from.
Exactly.
And I do believe that if in fact this move was made by a different GM, it might have had a little even more light shined on it. Like, whoa. But these are the kind of moves that can turn you around. Do you agree with that?
I agree with you.
These are the kind of moves that can turn you around. I was listening to something about a Herschel Walker move from back in the days that was a huge splash kind of trade, and it worked tremendously. It was the last time the Cowboys were a part of some Super Bowls. Yeah. So this move can, in fact, it can do what you needed to do.
I believe he ended up getting Emmett and Herschel with the trade. I mean, Emmett and Michael Irvin.
Correct.
Yeah. So,
Yep. And those kind of things can happen. So does Jerry still have that mind? That was 20-something years ago. 30 years ago. Does he still have that kind of mindset to create that again? We shall see.
Stuck in his ways, man. Stuck in his ways.
We shall see. So as far as the gameplay, what will it take for the Cowboys to be successful?
Against the Eagles?
What would it take?
I believe in order for Dallas to even have a slim chance, I don't think they don't have a chance to win at all. But if I was the head coach, my keys to victory would be run the ball. Let's keep the defense on the field and Philadelphia offense off the field because our defense is the weak link. The more times Philadelphia offense trots out on that field, the more it's like a guillotine. They're going to chop your head off. So you have to dominate the time of possession in order to have the slim chance. Even if it's slim, it might be still a huge piece. You're not going to win. You see what I'm saying?
So the little slim chance they do have that you believe is going to come from time of possession, controlling the ball.
Yes, that's the only way they can beat the Eagles.
Okay.
Period.
I feel like Dallas offense have to dominate. Just that simple. There is no gray area. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, Javonte Williams, Dak Prescott, Ferguson at tight end, they need to be at boiling point week 1. Just that simple. They need to scare 35 and make you have to stand to that because the defense will not be able to stop.
So
the 30-point scoring offenses in this league.
Yeah, that defense is
starting with that division, losing Micah Parsons, Dallas is in fact the low seed in that division. They're in the 4th spot. They could easily get swept by that division this year. 0-6.
No, I believe so. At first, I didn't think the Giants. After watching the Giants in preseason, I believe I made a bad assessment on the Giants. I believe the Giants is pretty good, but yes, the Cowboys definitely. It's a strong possibility that they get swept within their division. It is. It definitely is, especially after the trade. Go ahead.
I feel like Giants, Eagles, Washington have a certain level of talent youth-wise that I don't see in Dallas. So George Pickens is young. I would say he is the most dominant youth piece that they have. But other than that, the rest of the teams in their division have at least 4 or 5 of those pieces, including the Giants. Although the Giants have a lot of pieces that we need to see this year, it's a lot of youth pieces on those other 3 teams in that division. And Dallas just cannot compete. They just cannot compete. So if, in fact, 40 touchdown Dak Prescott shows up, Mr. Regular Season shows up, Mr. MVP regular season shows up, he got a chance against the Eagles. I believe week 1 he could catch the defense that's still young. Darius Slay gone. I forgot who else is gone from the middle of that defense. A couple other pieces are gone from that defense. If you can catch a young secondary with 2 experienced wide receivers as a 1A, 1B, and Dak is locked in going for a 35-plus kind of scoring game, they got a chance, if you ask me. That's the only chance that they have. Simple as that.
I really don't think they got a chance at all against that Philly defense. Now, if they was playing a lesser defense, you probably can CD and George Pickens and Jake Ferguson down all the way down the field. But, bruh, it's like Pick your poison with the Philly defense.
No, I get it. But they have a certain amount of youth right now, and Dallas does have a certain amount of veterans in that wide receiver core. Dak is still a vet. If, in fact, that certain Dak shows up looking to score 40 points, that offense has a chance. Now, that doesn't mean that Philly can't also score 40 to match it, but that's what it would take to beat them.
No, I see what you're saying. It's gonna take a lot.
If that Dak shows up, it's going to take a lot of points for them to get beat. Simple as that. So what I see projection for the season for Dallas is, will teams have two cornerbacks to be able to stop them? That's what it's going to take. How many teams in this league do you believe even have two cornerbacks? So if they tap in and Dak shows up to play, it's going to take two cornerbacks to beat them. So right off the top, if the Eagles have two cornerbacks and can slow down CeeDee Lamb and Pickens, I'm automatically going Eagles 31-7.
See,
very simple.
Any team going into Dallas or Dallas going to somebody else's home, first of all, you have to force Dallas to run the ball. You have to force Dallas to run the ball. I'll play zone. You have to play zone.
I believe
CD gonna beat anybody on man.
And I believe him and Pickens would tear a zone apart. With the right Dak locked in, they're gonna tear the zone apart.
Yeah, I mean,
you got Pickens going over the top to make a lot of contested catches, and CD has the spectacular catch element. They're gonna kill a zone, but Dak has to show. This is all gonna be predicated around Dak showing up. If Dak don't show up, they don't stand a chance with nothing. Nothing's going to work. So
you got the Eagles winning 31-17. What was the score you predicted?
31-7 was my prediction.
31-7.
That's my ending score prediction for tomorrow's Thursday night week, NFL kickoff matchup. 31-7.
I predict 28-10. If
you got Dallas to score 10 points?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
A touchdown in the field goal. That's all Dallas is worth, right?
I was given
against that defense, though.
If Dak don't show up, that 7 points would be a garbage time touchdown to me. I believe the Eagles going to dominate the whole game.
I mean, we can't see it any other way right now.
It's and this is my reason for expecting Dallas to do the opposite, because it's too predictable to just know the Eagles going to go out there and scrape them off the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just that simple.
The level of competition.
It's just that simple. The Eagles are defending champions for a reason. A lot of the core did come back. We're not going to act like the Eagles just a brand new team. They drafted well. The young guys are great young guys right now.
But look at the balance, though. I believe, this is my honest opinion, I believe Jalen Hurts probably throw 24 times. That's all. He only gonna have to make 24 pass attempts. They gonna run the ball down their throat.
They gonna run the ball all the way through Dallas.
And Dak, in order for Dak, so he got to throw the ball 40 times.
Yes,
and that's not going. Dak is not.
And from what I know, I'm not sure if you can correct me on this, but Javonte Williams isn't really a receiving running back.
Nah, I don't think so. He's a great running back, though.
He's a solid 3-down guy, 100%.
Yeah.
He did his thing in Denver. He got injured a little bit. I'm not really sure that timeline, how that went, but he was productive in North Carolina. Yeah. That's where his projection came from. So, yeah, Javonte Williams is a solid back. But, yeah, 40 times. I say Dak 40. Give me at least 25-plus completions, and we should see a great game. But Dak has to be there mentally, because right on the other side of 40 passing attempts is 3 interceptions. So I do believe Philly scores off those turnovers if that Dak shows up, and that's the game. You score off those turnovers by pounding the rock at them. Saquon, play action, offensive line getting crafty, and that's the game.
Oh, Dak gonna throw a pick. That's what Dak gonna do. He gonna throw one.
Anytime interception thrower.
He gonna throw. Anytime interception thrower. He's gonna throw a pick, man. That's just Dak Prescott. But for the Eagles, right? For any team to actually beat the Eagles, to have a good chance at beating the Eagles, first of all, you got to get a lead. You got to get on top of them. You get the lead, and then you force them to be a passing team. If you let them run and get the lead, and they just run the clock with Jalen Hurts and Saquon, they just run, you don't have a chance. So you get about a 2-touchdown lead, and now you force Jalen Hurts to throw the football. And we all know he is not a great quarterback in his league. He's a game manager. That's the way you beat the Eagles.
So what I would say to that is, unfortunately for Dallas, Trayvon Diggs is bummed up. That's just what it is. He might be a bum for the rest of his career now.
Yeah, I don't know.
He bummed up. They did re-sign Deron Bland. Yeah, so that was a good move. He was solid, but again, he's not an outside guy. So, that solidifies that nickel, that inside slot spot, but he's not an outside guy. So, unfortunately, when Jalen does take those shots, got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert making those big catches. In those moments where he will take a shot on third down or deep on second to just go for the kill, they're going to make those catches. So that's unfortunate that, again, Dallas is super weak on defense.
Yeah, no, they super weak. That's why I don't believe they got a chance at all. Now, chat, and previously before the Micah Parsons trade, y'all know we got the contest. Make sure y'all go drop y'all predictions in the comments.
Please drop y'all predictions and win this bread. Stop playing with it, man.
If you want to win $100,
free money.
If you want to win $100, go drop your predictions in the comment section of this thumbnail. It's above us, man. So make sure you drop your predictions. So I had picked Dallas in the beginning. With 7 points, I would have probably teased the line at 7.5. The line changed from 7.5 to 8.5 with the Micah Parsons. Parsons departure. I can't even get his name out.
So obviously Vegas didn't think too fond of him as a player. They moved the needle up 1.5 or a point.
Yeah, a point and a half difference. So I would have took Dallas with the 7.5, but now I'm going with Philly, man. I got to. Man. I believe it's not even that the trade took the air out the locker room. That's what it did. So now you got to think about the rest of the players on the roster. They like, yo, he just did what? And they
well,
you know what I'm saying?
Dak Prescott did. We talked about this off cam chat. Dak Prescott did allude to some type of nuisance of Micah Parsons in the locker room. So if it may have been a lift, man. It's a lot of things that stacked against Micah with this, man.
Because he was being real critical of other players on the team on his podcast.
That's one thing about the current player playing, having a podcast and speaking on guys.
Yeah.
That is a little bit, teetering on that line. And Micah was teetering on it a little bit much, speaking on his guys. They would take bad losses and he would express into too much detail about how he felt about it. So you mix that with how this offseason have went. And I wasn't shocked that he got traded. For me, it was more that he went to a team in the NFC that they're going to have to go through.
And they got spanked by the Packers a few years ago in the wild card. Wow.
And right now, the Packers, without Micah Parsons, were already a juggernaut in the NFC and could potentially go to the Super Bowl. That's without Micah.
Yeah.
So them losing Kenny Clark could be a deal. It could be a deal to lose a dog in the middle of your defense when, in fact, the running backs of this league are reappearing. We have some dogs at running back again. We have about 7 or 8 guys.
Yeah, solid.
We have real running backs. We got about 7 or 8 guys, maybe even a good 10 right now.
And they reset the market. They getting paid now. Saquon, to reset the market for the running backs. They was undervalued, but now King Henry just got some money.
James Cook just did his little debacle, making it, showing his worth. Kyron Williams got paid. So with that being said, getting rid of Kenny Clark could be something. But you got to get after the quarterback in this league.
Have to.
So Green Bay made the smartest choice a team that's ready to win right now could make. Simple as that.
Yes, absolutely. So before we shift, I know you got some other topics you want to tap into.
Yeah, so it's right now, chat. That's that on that game. Drop y'all predictions in the chat, please. Get with this free money that we got for y'all.
And I got Saquon Barkley running for over 100 yards and a tub. Mark, put that in the book.
And that's going to be the blueprint to win the game. That's going to be the blueprint to win the game. So right now for me, there's a few hot topics in the league. We just want to just touch up on them real
All right,
quick.
hold on. Before you go, this is what I want to ask you. You see it on the screen. Can the Eagles repeat as champions before we move on? Do you think? No.
Unfortunately, no. It's unfortunate, but no, I don't see it. The quarterback play would have to be. It has to get better. It has to get better. Their defense carried them.
Yeah.
And I cannot, take nothing away from a 2,000-yard Saquon. Can't take nothing away from what A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert can do. But for me to see the two-peat, for me to see that longevity, Jalen Hurts has to be better. So I'm going to say no, can they repeat as champions? But he could win another Super Bowl in his career.
Yeah, I would say this, though. I believe with the roster that's presently constructed, they are still a powerhouse in the NFC.
100%.
Right?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, and it's all predicated. It's predicated on Jalen Hurts' play, but also the other teams in that conference. How much better did they get? You understand what I'm saying?
I agree. Which they all except Dallas now got amazing.
Yeah.
The other two teams in their division, because Dallas don't count, Washington and New York. Shout out to the Giants, man. They both got significantly better. Yeah. Washington, not so much with adding guys, because they did add Debo and a few names, but they got significantly better in the fact that their youth got a year older. You know what I mean?
They solidified that offensive line.
You know what I mean?
Too.
So that's where Washington more got better. The Giants got better in a different way. They just adding pieces all over the place, from how they drafted, from the free agency, from here, from there. So significantly better.
So this is before we shifted. This is what I didn't understand. So chat, my answer is I believe that